The most powerful thing you can do in an argument is nothing. No comeback, no explanation, no defense. Just silence. And I know that sounds wrong. I know every part of you want to fight back, wants to be heard, wants to win. But what if I told you the person who gets quiet almost always wins? Hello everyone. Welcome back to the place you come to listen, learn and grow. I am your girl Swati and today we are talking about something that changed the way I handle every single conflict in my life. We are talking about strategic silence. Not the silence treatment, not shutting down, not running away from the hard conversation. I am talking about the intentional, conscious, powerful choice to say nothing and watch it do everything. Because nobody teaches us this. We are taught to speak up, stand up, clap back. But silence is the most underrated weapon in the room. So let's get started. Section 1. Why we feel compelled to respond. So, here is the thing nobody tells you about conflict. The moment someone says something that triggers you, your nervous system goes into full panic mode. Heart racing, thoughts spiraling. That voice in your head screaming, say something, defend yourself, don't let them get away with this. And so you talk, you over explain, you justify, you match their energy, you say things you didn't mean in a tone you can't take back to make a point you have already lost. And then you walk away feeling worse than when it started. And here is why that happens. When you react instantly, you hand the other person all the power. You show them exactly which button to press. You show them how to get inside your head. You show them that they control you. But the person who pauses, the person who takes a breath, goes quiet, looks them in the eyes and says nothing, that person just walked into the room with a different kind of power altogether. Section 2. What strategic silence actually is. Listen, I want to be very clear about what I mean because this is not about being passive. This is not about being weak. This is not about swallowing your feelings and pretending everything is fine. Strategic silence is a choice, a deliberate, conscious, highly calculated choice. It's the pause before you respond that changes the entire conversation. It's the moment you decide, my peace is more important than my point. It's recognizing that not every provocation deserves a reaction, not every accusation deserves a defense, not every loud person deserves an audience. See, here is what silence communicates that words never could. It says, I'm not afraid of you. It says, I don't need to prove anything right now. It says, I am in control of myself, even when you are not in control of yourself. And that is deeply unsettling to someone who is trying to get a reaction out of you. Because chaos needs a partner. And when you refuse to be that partner, the chaos collapses on itself. Section 3. The science behind it. And this isn't just philosophy. There is actual psychology behind why this works. So, when you stay silent in a conflict, something fascinating happens. The other person fills the silence. They keep talking, they over explain, they backtrack, they reveal things they didn't intend to reveal. So, listen, silence creates psychological pressure, and most people cannot sit inside that pressure without cracking. Meanwhile, you are giving your own brain the one thing it needs in a heated arguments, time. Times for your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, to catch up with your emotional brain. See, study shows that even a 6-second pause before responding in a conflict dramatically reduce the intensity of the accents. 6 seconds, that's it. 6 seconds of silence can be the differences between a conversations that build understanding and one that burns everything down. So, the most emotionally intelligent people in the room are almost never the loudest one. They are the ones watching, listening, waiting, and then when they speak, every word lands with weight. Section 4. When to use it and when not to. Now, I need to give you the full picture because strategic silence has a place and it also has limits. Use it when someone is trying to provoke you just to get a reaction. Use it when you are too emotional to speak without causing damage. Use it when someone is projecting their pain onto you and looking for a fight. Use it when you are already know the argument isn't going to go anywhere productive. In those moments, silence is not giving up. Silence is the move. But do not use silence to avoid conversations that actually needs to happen. Do not use it to punish someone. Do not use it to manipulate or control. That's not a strategy. That's cruelty. And there is a very clear difference. Strategic silence leads to clarity. Eventually, you to speak with calm, with intentional, with the version of yourself you are actually proud of. So the silent treatment leads to resentment. It's silence used as a weapon, and I'm not here for that. Know the difference. Use it with integrity. So here is what I want you to take away from this. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, you don't have to go. You can stand still, you can breathe, you can look them in the eyes and choose silence over chaos. And know that in that moment, you are the most powerful person in that room because it takes nothing to react. Anyone can react. But it takes an extraordinary level of self mastery to pause, to hold yourself, to choose peace over being right. And the people who have learned that, they move differently. They carry themselves differently. Conflict doesn't shake them the way it used to because they know something most people don't. You don't always have to answer. You don't always have to defend. You don't always have to fight. Sometimes the most strategic, most intelligent, most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. I hope this found the person who needed it today. Share it with someone who needs to hear that silence isn't weakness. It's one of the most sophisticated skills you will ever learn. And remember, I'm forever in your corner and I'm always rooting for you. Till then, take care. I love you all. Bye bye.